Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to oneminutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about the split step. I want to talk to you about what the split step is and how it powers you around the court, and also about whether and when you should use the split step, even though every professional player uses a split step on every single stroke. Now, the split step, put simply, is the use of ground reaction force to rebound into the court. What does that mean? I'm going to show you a little experiment. I'm going to make a jump that's very unnatural, and if you try to copy me, you'll find it very hard to copy what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in the air and land with my feet flush to the ground, not toe to heel, not heel to toe, but landing flush to the ground without my ankles or knees absorbing any of the energy. And so I jump and I land. And you could maybe see that energy go through my body, and I could feel the whole world wobble as the energy went from the ground through my body and out through my head. This is called ground reaction force. And you've been trying to avoid ground reaction force since you were about 1 year old. You see, when babies learn to walk, they actually cry for 1 or 2 days. The reason is that every step they take gives them a headache because they're hitting ground reaction force. Very quickly, they learn to absorb that ground reaction force, and they avoid what I just showed you now for the rest of their lives. But in the split step, we need to use ground reaction force. You see, what I do is I want to make the bounce off the ground, and I bounce, and then I rebound into the stroke. So it should look something like this. Rebound and go. And this is supremely efficient. It's a great way to move on the tennis court. But there's one problem. It's very tiring. So if you find the correct movement on the court exhausting, then it's not a good idea, because what's the point in moving brilliantly for 2 or 3 games and then moving in a tired or exhausted fashion? And then there's another problem. I see this in highly coached older players and in all younger players. You have the coach telling the older player they've got a split step to reach a high level. And you also have the coach shouting at the younger players, do not stand still, keep on your toes. And so what you see the players doing is an absurd movement that has no benefit whatsoever, as they just move their weight from side to side. If you look around tennis clubs all over the world, you will see this constantly, especially in junior squads and junior groups. It's a total waste of time, but the coach is just saying, keep on your toes. And the moment that the coach looks away and the young player can see that he's safe, he goes back to standing still, because they realize that this is not a split step, it's just movement. And movement is not the same thing as a split step. If you do have the fitness level, if you do have the energy to make the bounce, to use ground reaction force and rebound into the ball, then it's a great thing to do. If you don't, then not using it at all is not really the best way. Why not just choose the biggest points, the important stages of the match? So if it's 40 love, just keep moving around normally and move in a relaxed way, conserving energy. But if it's 4 all, 30 all, if it's 30-40, at those stages in the game, use ground reaction force. Simply think about rebounding into the ball, and you'll be faster, more efficient, and more effective as a tennis player. I hope this makes sense. I'd love to know how it works for you or your players. The people and the recreational players and the veteran players that I've introduced this to have become much faster and more efficient on the tennis court on the big points. And that's where it really matters. If you want to practice this idea or any other of my ideas, have a look at our partners, playyourcourt.com. They send professional tennis coaches or players of your level direct to your area and direct to your local courts. It's a great service. It's fantastic for practicing tennis. And if you look in the comments section below, there's a 50% discount off the membership right now. And maybe I can help you more. We're helping tennis players all over the world with online coaching. We do video analysis, one-to-one personalized lessons, and a whole lot more. It's a truly unique service. If you want to know more about that, then have a look at the website below and message us. It really is helping players of all ages, all levels, all over the world. So, to use the split step properly, make sure that you're using ground reaction force. Use the jump that I showed you earlier. Find that power and then put it into your steps at the appropriate moment, and you'll become a faster, more efficient, and a better tennis player. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.